Hi there. Are you someone that feels sometimes arms or even legs heavy, tired, full of tension, stiffness maybe? If so, join me in this yoga class. I'm going to show you in a short yoga practice how we can fix this problem and how we can get rid of tension fully from our arms, hands, and legs or your feet. So without any further ado, join me here. If you're at home, you can start the practice on seated position, on your couch or on a chair. We're going to basically adjust ourselves comfortably into a seated tall spine position here. So make sure your both sit bones are seated downwards. And with that, we're gonna start the practice by taking a few moments here to bring the focus to yourself, towards inner peace, inner guidance. Taking few deep inhales through the breath, with the breath moving up towards the spine. And exhale through the mouth or through the nose, your choice, down the spine. You may bring your arms into Chin Mudra, bringing your thumb and your index fingers together. Shoulders back, relax. Taking deep inhales. And exhale. Slowly. One more inhale. And opening gently the lips, maybe exhaling slowly and deeply through the mouth. One more time, all together. And exhale out the mouth or the nose if you choose so. So you want your yoga practice to be according to your body type. We are all different, so try to keep this in mind. You don't have to be perfect. Nobody's perfect, and yoga is not about perfection. It's about getting motion, mobility, and full access to your body so that you are feeling energized with every practice. You benefit the most with every practice. So now we're gonna start the arms there, bringing the arms forward with the palms facing towards the ceiling or the sky. You can do this also practice from if you have a TV in your garden at home, you can do that as well. Just take some fresh breath. So we're gonna inhale, bringing the fingers up as if we're having a wall in front of us, and then release down. Inhale up, exhale, release. Inhale up and release. One more and release. From here we're gonna make fist with our palms, starting to rotate the wrists, bringing some motion into the wrists. So we're going to rotate inwards, bringing those fists all around, gentle and slow. Remember, the more gentle and the more slow you are and patient with yourself, your practice will feel absolutely different. So nowhere to rush, just enjoy and bring the awareness to everything is happening into your body with your joint. So a few times external rotations, bringing the fists out and in. And then bring the fingers together, interlacing here. And we're going to start moving. Let me turn with my face so that you can see me better. We're going to go left and right, few times. As well, working on the joints of the wrists there. If you see me watching sometimes from side to side, it's because I'm in a forest and it's so beautiful and it's so quiet that sometimes we actually forget how free you can be without any worry when we connect with the nature, when we practice sports or yoga outdoors. Just me and the nature. Now from here we're going to bring the palms forward and the palms in and out. Here, as we bring the palms as much as we can to stretch those fingers, the joints of the fingers, we're going to try to add even the shoulders. Inhale forward, stretch the arms, pushing forward, and then bring the palms to yourself, in front of your face, bringing the elbows, maybe try your best to bring as close as possible. One more time, inhale forward, exhale back up and down. Now from here, we're going to bring the fingers together here, just 3 fingers you can use, or all of them together, bringing them to the shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Inhale as we bring them in, exhale out. Inhale in and exhale out. 2 more like that, in and out. In and out. Now from here we're gonna connect and try once again to rotate your shoulders inward. So maybe if you're able to actually connect the elbows, that's great. Otherwise, try to bring them as close as possible. So we're gonna go full rotation back and forward, connecting the elbows each time. 2 more. Forward and back. And now we're gonna connect here again and take them backwards. So reversing those rotations. Breathing, moving, every move you do. With your breath, connect with your breath. Now from here, extend once again in, back here, and once more forward. Now from here, we're gonna open and close. Open. And each time we open, we bring the chest a little more forward. So we open the hearts to receive. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Now bringing the arms to your side, to your thighs here, or close to the knees. And we're going to add a bit of cat and cow seated. So we're gonna bring the chest and the navel center into the spine all the way back, rounding. And then rounding from the lower back all the way forward, bringing chest forward and the tailbone back. So in and out. 3 more like that, in and out. Make your body feel like a wave, natural movement. Last one here. And release. From here we're going to bring the palms once again forward, and we're going to turn the right palm down with the fingers, and we're going to bring the opposite palm there and gently pressing downwards. So we stretch the forearms there. Feeling any tension in the forearms, it's absolutely normal. And then we're going to turn the same palm just with the heel of the palm downwards, with the fingers facing upwards. 1 more few seconds. Stretch there. And then same thing, we're gonna bring the fingers inwards this time. Palm, the outer side will be out. And we're going to just press gently, not too much, for the joints of the wrists to be a little bit more flexible, a little bit more mobility there. And then we're gonna switch to the other side. So we're gonna bring the right palm here, supporting, and pressing the left hand fingers up with the heel of the palm down and facing forward. So just stretching there. Gentle with yourself, don't force your body. Never, just go with the flow. See where your limitations are. And do not worry, with the time we can always fix that. Regular practice makes it best way of achieving highest results always. And then forward, fingers down here, pressing gently once more. And then we're gonna turn the palm with the fingers downwards, gently applying some pressure, pushing the joint of your wrist on the left wrist there, forward, fingers inwards gently, not too much, just a little. And then release, shake the arms, shake the palms here. And then we're gonna take a deep inhale there. And another pranayama exercise where we move with the shoulders, with the elbows and arms at the same time with the breath. Take an inhale deeply, extending the spine high, tall as you can. And then through the nose, we're gonna inhale. And as we're gonna exhale, we're gonna bring the fists together, elbows down, and push the air through the nose out. So I'm gonna demonstrate once. Inhale. That's called Bhastrika in yoga, Bhastrika breathing. Inhale. And exhale. So we're gonna do about 10 or 8 times. If you're tired, maybe you're someone more senior, take it slowly. Be gentle with yourself and kind to yourself. So we're gonna start 10 to 12 repetitions and then normal breathing for about 20 seconds. Inhale. And up again, gently bring the arms down here. So mind that your nose is the only one that pushes in the air and out the air. The rest, basically, your mouth stays closed at all times. That's perfect practice for waking up the breath, the energy into your body every morning. This is a practice that you can do really 3 repetitions every day, and you will feel more energized and empowered throughout the day. So with the next one, we're going to bring the other energy circle once again to yourself by bringing palms into Namaste or Anjali Mudra here in front of your heart. And you're gonna want to imagine that you're taking all that's unnecessary out as you bring the arms up. Inhale, and whatever there is you don't need, let it down towards the earth, towards the yoga mat. With the exhale, take it out. Now bring back in the energy what you would like to have to yourself and to your heart. And once again, another thing you don't need, just let it out with the breath and with the arms. Inhale, beautiful energy to yourself. And then once again, inhale, going up. And last one, bring the arms and the exhale. As you exhale, bring the arms down to the yoga mat, to the floor or the ground. From here, we're going to take the palms right there. And you can just simply choose not to have anything at all in your palms. But I would suggest, if you have at home maybe 2 blocks or 2 simple papers here, or nothing at all really, just to maintain the palms open, the same angle. So slight bend in the elbows, elbows parallel with the shoulders, And we're gonna hold a palm even if your arms might start shaking, tremoring there. It's absolutely normal. That's where no weight needed, but still a lot happening. So bringing 2 papers, no papers or no blocks, but palms facing up, and release the shoulders down. Engage the spinal muscles, bringing the spine as tall as you can. Close the eyes and breathe. Hold for at least 30 seconds if you can. Breathing in and out, always being aware of your breath. And you might say that this is actually not so easy because your arms might feel actually already tired. So do your best you can. Once you're ready, just release. Now from here we're gonna extend the blocks or the palms. If you don't have anything, it's absolutely fine. And then turn or twist gently, just with the chest to turn towards the right side. Coming back to center. Inhale and exhale, take it to the left side. Back to center, and then we're gonna bring the arms up all the way. Once again, make sure your palms, if you have nothing on it, papers would be great. A4 paper or any light books would be great, but the most important here, we're focusing to have a 90-degree angle with the wrist, or as much as you can, turn those fingers in. Hold up there. And as you hold, imagining that the ceiling is coming on top of those palms and you are there to hold it. So engage and activate the spinal muscles there. Shoulders not too far high, just low. Just the wrists are working there. And remember, from the fingers we connect through meridians all the way to the toes. So it's gonna go all the way, maybe some pain or engagement, activation or heat going through the spine, through the shoulders, all the way down into your tailbone and even the hips. So from here, we're gonna take these arms all the way down and forward slowly. Another challenge here for you and for your arms to get them stronger, it's to bring the shoulders forward. So we're gonna hold nothing at all, as I said, or 2 blocks or 2 papers, just with the palms facing up. Extension, and remember, don't bring the arms too high from the shoulders. Parallel, yes, or maybe slightly lower if that's too difficult for you. This practice is for everyone, all ages, and anyone can do it and benefit from it. So feel free to modify the best you can, and don't do more than your body allows you to. And then release slowly. Now rotate the shoulders back and forth a few times. Maybe you have already tension there. We want to stress the body in a way first with yoga, as we bring strength and we get uncomfortable before we can distress and get comfortable and feel comfortable with our body. Now from here, bring your right palm right there to the side, and then take it slowly, the left palm up, facing up. First upwards towards the sky, don't hurry to go all the way to the side. First we're trying to extend from the hips all the way through the fingers. Once you're here, you can remain here, you don't have to go any further. Pushing up as much as you can, stretching your side body, your wrist, your ribs there, the cage, from the hips, through the shoulders, elbows and fingers. And when you're ready, take it slightly more down if you can. If you have blocks here, you can always bring a block underneath your right palm to support yourself. Back to center, straight spine, tall. And then we're gonna walk the other side. Make sure your palms are always with the hips somewhere in the line. So that makes perfect alignment and you cannot fall. Once again, we're gonna reach the arm all the way up. Stretching upwards first is very important. And then we take it slowly to the left side. From here, release slowly down, bring the arms to the sides. And we're gonna go to the right, inhale, reaching for someone, back to center. Don't go too far, just enough that you can reach, and release slowly. Once more to the right, back to center, straight, tall spine, and then to the other side. And now bring the palms together and palms aside. Inhale forward, exhale, open. Inhale forward, exhale, open. And once again, you can add always cat and cow. Our body is made from 5 elements. One of them is water. So embody that water element with motion of movement. Connect with yourself. Now we're gonna take the movement from the shoulders with the neck movements there, hands stretching the shoulders. So we're gonna take the palms to the side here. If your maybe hips are uncomfortable to stay there, you may choose to actually place 2 blocks or a blanket if you have underneath your sit bones there, so you'll be a bit higher, or simply bring your 2 blocks if you have, lucky you. If you have, they're really handy, they are not expensive, and they are really great for a lot of exercise to do at home from your space, comfortable, where you can connect with yourself. So if so, as I said, bring the blocks underneath your hips so that you can allow and support your hips there without any tension. We're going to take the palms simply to the sides, shoulders down, take your right here to the right shoulder slowly. Breathing in and out. Slowly. If you'd like, you can bring the right palm just above there. Don't press too much down. We're just trying to add some weight to feel the stretch there. And if you'd like, you can take the left palm behind your lower back there and just allow more to deepen the stretch. Or you can extend if you're senior and you cannot reach at the back. Extend that palm on the left side, straight. So you can simply do this and you feel the stretch happening through entire arm and shoulder there, all the way through the fingers. And then back to center. The other ear on the left now. We're going to bring the ear to the shoulder, left ear to the left shoulder here. Slowly, gentle stretch. Once again, you can choose to modify it by bringing the arm back, by bringing the left palm above, and just add some gentle pressure there, not too much. We want to be very careful with the muscles of the neck, as we have nerves there, and we have a lot of things you should not touch or you should not force or pull. So avoid any injuries or any possibilities of injury. And as we said, for the seniors here, we can extend the arm to the side, feel the stretch through your arms, and really feeling good in front of your whole entire length of the right arm, feeling the stretch, as well as the shoulder and neck, bringing the chin slightly higher here. And then back to center. From here, we're going to move on into a seated position. So we want to have, removing any blocks if you have, We don't even need that. We just want to have, in case you have at home, you can use it to adjust yourself. So we're gonna come into a kneeling position, bringing the knees down right on top of the hips. Keep in mind, in yoga practice, especially if you're a beginner here, we always try to be aware of a certain 90-degree angle of the joints, of the bones, whether it's your arms with your trunk, with your chest. It's one line and then 90-degree angle down. So pretty much even for the wrist, the same thing. If you stack shoulder joints on top of the wrists, you're gonna have, even here on the floor, 90-degree angle with your palm, wrists, shoulder with the trunk, and hips with the femur bone, or with the entire hip flexors going down. And then another thing there, our leg, once again a 90-degree angle. So palms open, fingers wide as they can be, shoulders there right on top of the wrist. Take your time to adjust. And then we're gonna take a first inhale. So what we're gonna do, cat and cow here. We're gonna take if you're new to yoga, we're gonna take the belly down. And as you take the belly down, we're going to actually arch the lower back. This is great for back muscles relief, any back pain. And then as you exhale with your tailbone, we're gonna curl in, and we're going to arch from the upper back as we take the navel center inwards towards the spine, and you're gonna arch the other way around. So in pressing through the palms, we're gonna arch as much as we can from the upper back. Once again, inhale, arching the lower back as you drop the belly down, bring the tailbone up, looking forward. And as you exhale, bring the navel center in and arch all the way. From the upper back, pushing and stretching entire muscles of your spine, of your back there. Once more, inhale forward, arching the lower back, tailbone up. And as you exhale, tailbone in, arching navel center in, bringing the chin right into your chest. Once more, last one. Inhale forward to cow. Exhale to cat. Now from here, slowly we're gonna adjust once more the arms, applying some body weight. So we're gonna try to turn the fingers inwards, and as you try to, a lot of people, they won't understand at the beginning, and you find them with the elbows facing forward. This is absolutely impossible. So when you have your fingers, you turn them first outwards to the sides of your yoga mat, and then from here you take your maximum backwards, arm by arm, wrist by wrist. And then you're gonna end up with the front side of your arm forward, and that's how we want to have our joints properly. Now from here, we're simply going to go slightly back and go slightly forward to neutral. Gentle, slow movements back and forth, back and forth. Now from here we turn back the fingers forward, and from here we're going to take the fingers to the side, and we're gonna slowly to the very edge of your yoga mat here, a bit wider than the shoulders. We're going to lean into one shoulder and then the other. So slowly here, feeling some motion into the shoulder joints. Now from here, one last thing for the joints of your arms. We're gonna turn the left palm down, facing the floor, palm facing the sky. So the outer side of your palms are down and the inner side is upwards. And just make sure you don't press too much. So you're basically adjusting the weight of how much you're pressing or allowing to press down by holding and connecting your opposite arm there to hold the most of your weight. So you just go simply and gently on the other joint and safely. Switch, right arm facing up, right palm facing up. Adjust a little pressure there. I hope you all see me. Now from here, take a gentle first downward facing dog. So we're going to bring the knees to the side as wide as they can be, so they go, and so that we create that path for the belly to come in. And if you're someone that struggles with pain in your joints, in your knees specifically, if you're a senior or you can be a runner and have knee problems, or maybe a career in running and you had damages or injuries in the past, feel free to bring one blanket. If you're at home, you can use so many things to adjust, to make a space between the floor and soften the cushion beneath your knees. Now here, another trick you can use, actually we use this in yin yoga, but hatha yoga is the same. We care for our joints. So if you can't go too much down to sit towards the heel, you can go safely by placing some space, roll a towel or anything you find at home, and allow then, so what happens here, you give more space and you reduce the amount of stretching or tension in those joints on the knees. So right under, press, and then you can slowly walk step by step yourself downwards. Deep breaths in and exhale, release to child's pose here. You can bring the head to the side or head forward or forehead down, your choice. Now on the next one, we're just going to press in through the forearms and lift the hips, 90-degree angle once again here. 90-degree angle, knees can remain on the cushion if you want to be supported, if you have knee pain. And then the arms just go slightly a little bit more forward in front. So we bring the chest towards the ground. So we connect the heart with the earth here, allowing the palms to face each other and go all the way down. Breathe. Now slowly and gently we come back, we walk step by step, we move our joints with care and awareness. And we're going to remove this for now. And we're gonna take our right leg all the way back and to the heel to stretch the calf muscles here. By applying once again shoulders with the wrist, knee right on top of the hip, right under the hip, and press through that right leg backwards. So shifting body weight into that heel to stretch the calf muscles. And you can do this through motion, back and forth, slowly. And then take a few seconds there to really press. You can really lift the other knee off, so that way you can get maximum effect and maximum stretch as you bring the weight fully into that heel. And then release slowly down. Take the same leg once again over the left leg, right leg to the side. And now you want to look over the left shoulder there. And same thing, we're gonna press, but this time we're going to add the stretch in the hip on the left side. So you're turning your gaze towards that right heel that you brought into the left side. And press. Switch the legs, extend the other leg. Now, so we're shifting the body weight into the left heel there, left calf muscle. Once again, bring some motions back and forth a few times. And then hold and press all the body weight into that left calf muscle, left heel. And then as you're ready, take the leg off the ground and bring it over to the right side. Once you placed down, take your gaze or the chin to look over the right shoulder this time and towards that leg. Pressing body weight there, and then release slowly. Coming back to center here, the first downward facing dog. So we're going to stretch the legs, bring the knees slowly, bring the belly then to the thighs, and then see how much you can extend those legs by bringing the heels down there. If you can't obviously touch the ground yet, of course, this is a very long way to go. Release and gently bend. Keep your knees bent there. Pressing the floor away. Hips high as they can be. And then we go forward once again, knees down. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, and slowly bring the belly into the thighs. And then see how far you can extend those legs. If you can't, just keep the legs bent. One more time, knees down. Going to cow. And then cat, pushing the floor away from the palms. Rounding the back, lift the knees. Use your core, bring the belly to the thighs. And then see how much you can extend those legs with the heels towards the ground. Pedal those legs a few times, bending one knee at a time, stretching one calf muscle at a time. Now from here, slowly remove anything that you have on the way, if it's there. And we're gonna slowly take step by step, little steps towards the front of your yoga mat, towards the arms. So the legs meet with the arms. Now here, maintaining your knees slightly bent, soft. You can use 2 blocks if you have at home 2 blocks next to you. Use the blocks just to push against the floor. Or simply use your palms towards the shin bones. So we're lifting the heart out and forward. So you feel the extension of the spine all the way through your head there. It's going forward. The chest and the shoulders here opens. And then slowly release, gently hanging there. Bring the elbows just for a few moments there. Swinging side to side. In yoga we call this ragdoll. You can take it forward and back a few times. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the head. Now take an inhale. Halfway lift the chest and then forward fold once more. From here we're gonna take the arms all the way slowly like a zombie. Imagine you're waking up in the morning. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bring the arms to the sides to open. Inhale, extend. And then once again, tailbone goes back. If you notice, once again, we have a 90-degree angle here. And we lower slowly to close. Halfway lift, inhale again. Feel that spine stretching, lengthening. And then release to forward fold. Bending, soft the knees, bring the arms all the way up, inhale. Slowly reach and then open to receive, exhale. Inhale once again up and then down to release. Inhale, slowly lift halfway. Exhale all the way. Once more, rising up all the way, creating this energy of wakening up, of energizing the body, and release. Once again, lift the arms. Here we're gonna take the palms forward. Take your right palm and open towards gently to the side, to the right side. Inhale and exhale. To the left now, opening the left palm to the side. Inhale and exhale slowly. From here, we're going to bring the thumbs right there in the middle with really supporting your lower back. And we're gonna slowly bending as well the knees here or extending, and then slowly take it back just to look up. Inhale and then exhale, closing in. From here we're gonna add the arms. Open the arms. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, release. As you close in, hug yourself. Inhale, open. Switch the crossing of the arms. Hug yourself. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Last one. Inhale and close. Exhale. Now from here we're going to bring ourselves with the palms right above your hips, above your pelvic floor there, and try to spread first the toes there as much as you can, and engaging or activating the ball or the mount of the foot that we call that on like the cats have that wide cushion. So whenever we're pressing through or using our feet, it's always active and it stretches the fascia of your feet, which is very, very important, as from there starts stretching the whole stretch of entire fascia throughout the body. So your feet, just as the palms, are the maps to your entire health, to your entire inner organs and entire body needs. So if you care for these two, for your feet and for your palms, you should be much healthier. So now we're going to bring the weight into the heels, and then fingers slightly off the ground. And then as we lift the heels, we're gonna bring the toes down, and slowly we're gonna stretch the calf muscles once more. Release slowly, heels down, toes up, and then shift the heels up, toes down, pressing into the mount of your feet. And then once again into the heels, stretching those legs, activating those legs. As they say, we consider in yoga the calves to be the second heart, the pump which gives the blood flow a lot in a big quantity and a fast speed moving towards the heart. So when stretching the calf muscles, it's very important, and we're doing something really beneficial to our heart. Once more, inhale and hold here for at least 10 seconds. Don't worry, especially if you're a senior. I practice sometimes with, and even myself, it's not always your best balance days. So even with seniors that I'm working privately, usually they start going on their toes left and right, and that's absolutely normal. You try to control, and you try until you manage, at least for a few seconds. And you don't have to be upset with yourself if it's not happening or it's too difficult. Balance is one of the things you achieve in time, so don't hurry, be patient with yourself. And I have a bee right on my feet. I try to be calm. Inhale once again, lift and hold for a few seconds, and then release there. Bring your right knee there, all the way up, and then extend the right heel forward. Inhale, lift, extend forward. This is great for the knees, but as well as the hip strength, hip flexors. Lift and release forward. Mind, and keep in mind always that heel should be in yoga always forward. We stretch and improve balance and flexibility through the heel, not through the toes. Now, once you have that, lift again, and then we're gonna point the toes forward to stretch the front side of the leg. So, through the heel, back side of the leg, and then forward. And then release slowly from here, turn a bit to the side, and then release. Pump a few times here, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Bringing the knee up to the side and down. And then release slowly. Shift the body weight once again onto the other leg. This is a gentle practice, however, it could be very challenging for many, depending on the age, depending on your flexibility or active physical activity that you do on daily basis. So be gentle once again with yourself, and do not judge yourself too much. So going on, moving the body weight into the right leg now to try to lift the opposite left leg now. Bringing up and down a few times. Inhale, exhale, left knee, left hip flexors. And then with the heel forward, up. Forward with the heel, up with the knee. Forward with the heel, up with the knee. Forward with the heel, and one more. Forward and up. Now from here, extend forward, and then point the fingers, the toes, forward to stretch the entire front side of your left leg here. Then back to center, release as you bring the knee as much as you can to the side, even if you can't go fully there. Point the fingers down to tap the floor, and then lift as high as much as you can, even few inches off the ground. It's the first baby steps for your progress in mobility, strength and flexibility. So do what you can for the day and be proud of it. And then release slowly. From here, we're gonna take the right hip to the side, and then the left hip to the side, a bit stretching the hips. 1 and 2. And let's add here arms to the side, shoulders down. Deep breath in, inhale. Extend through the arms like a letter A. if you can call that, with our body. Pointing the index fingers up. Pull yourself upwards to extend the entire body. And then release the arm, bring the right palm towards the right knee down. And as we said from seated, we first focus to extend the maximum from the left hip towards the left palm and fingers. And once you reach the highest point, then you take it right palm more down as much as you can and over slowly. And that should feel great. Not to if it's too much, just bring the palm on your hips to support yourself. Modify however you wish, just to support yourself and make your practice yours. Don't always follow me or others. Always feel and fulfill your own needs. So, one more deep breath in, bringing the arms up, inhale, extending upwards. Bring the palms just for a moment to the heart center. Chin and the gaze in to the chest as much as possible to stretch the cervical area of the spine and those trapezial muscles of your spine from the up. And then back to center. Take your arms once again and then release the left palm just to side body there. Extend once again upwards and then take it slowly, whether you can choose to stay here with the arm on the hip, on the pelvic floor to be supported, and then take it over to the left or slide through the arm towards the calf muscle there to the side of the lower leg. Try not to bring too much pressure or compression on the knees. Try to always avoid the knees, the area of the knees. So whether here or below, stretch and then back to center. From here, bring the toes out, slowly heels in. Take your arms once again there to the sides. Deep inhale, lean forward gently. And then as you exhale, going forward. So here you try to actually, I said before, to bring the heels in, but we're going to a wide leg forward fold. So best is to bring the toes forward, knees forward. Bring the arms here on your shin bones, pressing against those legs. The shin bone, it's a very strong bone, so you can try to support yourself and distribute the body weight accordingly. Crown chakra and the spine from the coccyx all the way goes shooting forward, right through your head, through your neck, straight spine. Once again, if you notice, I have a 90-degree angle with my body. And then gently softening the knees. Here I can bring myself more down. From here, lift once again. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release all the way down. Inhale, push, halfway lift. And exhale, release. Now from here, bring your right palm towards the right knee if you can. If you can, go down towards the left ankle, so right arm, opposite ankle, and try to pull from the outside of your leg, from the back leg, from the back side, and to turn slowly. You may have the right knee slightly bent to help you turn your chest to the left side. A gentle twist there, a gentle stretch through the legs. And then back to center. Bend gently, preparing the left leg here. Bring your left arm to the opposite thigh or shin bone muscles there, or the ankle if you can reach. Slowly, as you pull yourself towards that right leg, you're turning gently here, and you're supporting with that left leg on the side, slowly. And if the arm is too much for you, you can bring the elbow, bend at the back, the lower back. Just looking there. And now simply release, bending one leg at a time, slowly, not too much, just enough for you to feel some motion and stretch in those legs. And now from here, slowly bring the heels in, knees out, toes out, about 45-degree angle. Bring your palms on the thighs there. Switching the body weight from a leg to leg, stretching one and the other, one and the other. Bringing the chest with the shoulders above the pelvic floor there. Bring the palms to the sides once again. As we did in the beginning with the blocks, with the paper or without anything, we're gonna stay in goddess pose here, bringing the fingers engaged, facing forward. Squatting a little low and extending the legs. So knees to the side, heels inwards, toes out, lower and lift. Bend the knees just a little and then release, slowly extending entire length of the legs there. Lower and once more. Last one, lower and release. Now from here we're going to take the right, turning our body forward for a yoga seal here, bringing right leg forward, right knee forward, turning the back foot about 45-degree angle, about 3 to 4 feet distance between, trying to have the front heel to the back arch of your foot. Bringing interlacing the fingers back, draw the chest all the way back, chest forward, arms backwards, shoulders backwards, knuckles back, and then slowly from the hips here, going forward as much as you can. Don't go too low. Do your best to bring the arms all the way up if you can here. And if you feel that your front leg is not able to fully actually extend, it's okay to keep it softened for now, to just feel the stretch from the legs. And then slowly push through the front right heel to come up safely. Bring the palms to the hips, turn the hips forward, switch to the other side. Left knee forward, left toes forward, about 3.5 feet apart, front heel facing the back arch of your foot. Take an inhale there and going slowly, whether from the hips or if you're someone just beginning and it's too difficult, focus your arms to bring and always be ready for support. So you're gonna go lower as much as you can, feeling the stretch in this hamstrings on your left leg now. Otherwise, if you want to add the arms as well together with the legs for full stretch, we're gonna bind those palms there, fingers together, interlacing, pulling the knuckles back, chest forward, opening the shoulders, and then we're gonna lean forward with the heart leading all the way down. And then relax slowly, don't go lower than you can and not for much longer than you can. Take your own time. Once enough, you bring yourself back, pulling yourself back from where we begin. So bringing all the way down here, legs together, slowly connecting, feeling the grounding beneath your feet. Maybe take a few lifts with your legs there, lifting the heels off the ground a few times. And then as you exhale, you may want to just simply I'm gonna turn to the side, lower down gently from the hips to bring the arms down to touch the ground. And when you're here, you're gonna take your knees forward. If that is too much, just simply bring one knee down and then the other knee down. For those that are able to hold here, just press a bit the toes. We're gonna bring some knee blood flow into the knees. As we make the knees parallel, we're sitting on the sit bones. And make sure that you're connecting the heels. I'm gonna turn at the back so that you can see. So my heels are together, my legs, feet are together, so there is balance. None of the knee goes more forward than the other, so they are all in one line. So that way you can really find the balance. And that could be a very intense pose for the beginner, so try just to feel it and then bring the knees down, extend the legs once again down. And if here is once again too difficult, bring once again here something underneath your knees if you have injuries, and even, as we said before, a towel or anything, a blanket underneath to have the support for the cushion for the bones of your knees there. What we're gonna do here, just a little legs slightly apart with the hip distance, we're going to press through the ankles. So if you don't have any injury with the ankles, you can do this pose, otherwise not recommended. Do not do it if you have ankle problems here. Do not stretch the ankle because this is very intense for the ankle. So lifting the knees off the ground, pressing through the palms and releasing down just for 2-3 seconds. Lift and release. Now we're gonna do the opposite, so bringing the ankles inwards. This is called ankle stretch, and toes stretch and balance. So for the beginners, you can use the palms and just part of your body goes into the heels, so the blood flow coming into your toes is very limited, basically, is not too intense, or fascia stretching through the heel here and the middle line of your foot. It's less stretching. If you want more deep, you can come here. So your shoulders above the pelvic floor and the pelvic floor seated fully on your heels. And if you want to go down more, if you can bring the arms on a block here, up and down. Remember, the blocks can be rotated at any level or height as you need for your body. And to go much deeper, you can go fully down, right here. Just for a few seconds, don't stay too much. Now, safely coming up, press through the palms, use the blocks. If you're back there, lean into the knees, release all of that. Bring a blanket if you have. If not, fully on the ground, as we said. If you have a block, it's very handy. They don't cost much, and it's really great for everyone to have it at home for using for your practices of yoga or any other exercises. Taking back your breath, a full focus on your breath, full awareness within. We're going to bring the arms all the way out, all the way up. Inhale, palms to the center, to the heart for an exhale. Closing the eyes slowly. Bring the chin down slow to the chest. hearing your heartbeat, feeling the awareness with your body. Bringing gently the gaze forward and up with the chin. Open the eyes. I thank you for practicing with me, and I hope to see you in my next video. Namaste.